All right, good morning and welcome to your Word on the Street screencast. I'm going to talk a little bit about the project one more time because it seems like every week you guys forget, or some of you forget exactly what's going on, so I want to make sure that it's really clear. All right, so if you remember, every Friday we work on our Word on the Street. You should have a word and you should understand what the word means. Okay. We gave you the word about 6 weeks ago. You should have looked at the definition and the synonyms and the antonyms to help you understand. If you still don't know what the word means, please see myself or Mr. Steele so that we can explain it to you better. Okay. So then we told you the topic of the essay. You need to create an informative text in which you share with your peers the proper use of your word. Okay, how do you use your word? You need to define the word, discuss as part of speech, meaning is it a noun, verb, or adjective, and then how to use the word appropriately by modeling examples and non-examples. What are 3 examples of the word? What are 3 non-examples of the word? Okay, then you went through and you should have written your introduction. So if you wrote your introduction appropriately, you would have 3 different parts to your introduction. You would have what's in yellow here, which is your hook. How are you captivating me to know what your word means? Okay. Then your green is your definition. Notice everything is written in paragraph form. It doesn't just say preposterous, contrary to nature of reason, absurd, adjective. It should be a flowing sentence. Then my pink are all of my examples and non-examples I'm going to use in my body paragraph to talk about preposterous. You need to have a person example, a place or thing example, and a quote example. Okay, you need those 3 things, and then you need a person non-example, a place or thing non-example, and a quote non-example. Okay, once you complete your introduction and your thesis, you should have went into your various examples and non-examples and detailed them out. Next to A and B, you're telling me 2 things about your example that tells why it is perfect for your word. Why was Lady Gaga's egg stunt preposterous? She was trapped in an egg. She was carried in on shoulders. Okay. Then your C is always what? Can you answer that question now? Right. It should be your synonyms for your word. So I went to thesaurus.com and I found that preposterous means unusual, and this event is unusual. It also means outrageous. This is definitely an outrageous event because of her being in this plastic egg. It's shocking. People don't normally see that. Then I think about my place and thing. My A and B tell why is it preposterous. Well, I've never seen a platypus in Delaware, and they only live in Australia. So to see one would be, what's my C again? My synonyms. It would be unbelievable. It would be absurd to see one. No one's going to see that here. It's bizarre because, again, it's unusual, it's weird, it's preposterous. Then my last thing is my quote, can we have more homework? What are my 2 reasons why I picked that? A strange student request these days. No one of you are going to ask for more homework for the most part. Okay? Fellow peers would think it's a terrible idea. You might be ridiculed. My C again goes back to my synonyms. It's foolish, idiotic. It's a waste of time. Then I did the same thing for my non-examples. Why is Taylor Swift, Beyonce shouldn't be on there. Why is Taylor Swift a non-example of preposterous? Okay, putting that for A and B. My C over here should be what? Answer that question. Good. Antonyms. Okay, she's predictable. All right. Why is a dog in Delaware bizarre? Commonplace. Okay, maybe I want to tell a story about seeing dogs digging, all that sort of stuff. My C's again are antonyms. Same thing for my quote. What are the 2 reasons why can I go to the bathroom is not preposterous? What's my antonym? Right? Once you do that, you need to then think about this right here, this outline that you did, and start thinking about your body paragraphs. In body paragraphs, you need 3 things. You need to write a topic sentence. You need to write at least 1 sentence about each detail that you listed on your web. And then you need to write a clincher, okay? Something that ties the entire paragraph together. So, take a look at my body paragraph 1. If I go back to my outline, the first thing I'm going to talk about is my Gaga's egg stunt. If I go back to my thesis even, I have to make sure that Lady Gaga's egg stunt's the first thing I listed, and it is. I listed Gaga's egg stunt first, then A Platypus in Delaware, then asking for more homework. Then I talk about Taylor Swift's lyrics, seeing a dog roam the streets, and routinely asking to go to the bathroom. So that right there is telling me what I'm going to talk about in each paragraph. Gaga is my first body paragraph. Platypus in Delaware is my second. Asking for more homework is my third. My fourth body paragraph is going to be Taylor Swift. My fifth is seeing a dog roaming the streets. And my sixth is asking to go to the bathroom. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So I'm going to get started with my first body paragraph thinking about I need to write a topic sentence saying I'm going to talk about Lady Gaga. I need to write one sentence about each detail that I listed in my web, and then my clincher. So here's my topic sentence in purple. People, places, things, and quotes are excellent ways to present the uses of preposterous. I need to say that in my first body paragraph so that the reader knows I'm about to talk about people, places, things, and quotes. Okay? And then I get into talking about Gaga. For example, during the 2011 Grammy Awards, performer Lady Gaga pulled an outrageous stunt when she arrived at the ceremony trapped inside a plastic egg. Carried in by unidentified men, this unusual entrance shocked the world viewers. Gaga's preposterous exploit is just one of many she's had throughout her career. So let's look. She pulled an outrageous stunt when she arrived trapped in a plastic egg. Right there. That's me going here and saying, all right, let me write one sentence about being trapped in a plastic egg. Check. She was carried in by unidentified men. Did I talk about that in my web? Yeah. Check. I wrote a sentence about that. Now I want to work in unusual, outrageous, and shocking. Notice how I did that. Okay, I said she pulled an outrageous stunt. This was an unusual entrance. It shocked world viewers. Okay, if you notice, I use the word preposterous just once down here. I want you to use your word once per body paragraph. Use your word once per body paragraph. Gaga's preposterous exploit is just one of the many she has had throughout her career. So I'm kind of wrapping it up. This is just one of many things that she's done that's crazy and bizarre. If I look at number 2, in terms of things, a Delawarean platypus would be another fabulous example of what preposterous is. That's my topic sentence. Okay. Then I'm going to talk about my 2 ideas here that I've never seen one and they live in Australia. It would be absolutely absurd to see this furry brown creature walking along the streets of the first state. These furry friends only live in Australia, which is light years from the ladybug state. Now let me wrap it up. This preposterous event would frazzle even the most calm of citizens and make them question which hemisphere they were in. Notice I went back in and I used my synonyms. Absurd right there. Okay? I'm trying to, so maybe I'm using preposterous twice, maybe once in the beginning, once at the end, but I don't want you to say over and over preposterous, preposterous. Body paragraph 3. Can I have more homework? Seems like a harmless question, unless you are the only one among the masses asking this measly phrase, letting the reader know I'm going to talk about this quote now. Well, why is it preposterous? Fellow students would think you foolish, idiotic, and downright preposterous for asking such a thing. No one wants more work to do, especially when it needs to be completed at home. So, if you notice, I tied everything together right there. Sure. So make sure that you follow my lead here and write your body paragraphs in the same way. So the same thing, this is what they all look like together, just my 3 example body paragraphs. Okay. I will put in my 3 my non-example body paragraphs into the PowerPoint as well. You should have, by next Friday, November 7th, your introduction finished, which should already have been done, and have your body paragraphs finished. All 3 examples, all 3 non-examples. So I'm going to put in your non-example body paragraphs right now, somewhere. Where are they? Here they are. All right. So make sure, they're right here. Perfect. They're already in there. This is your non-example body paragraph. So you can read through exactly what I wrote, same sort of structure, okay? And you want to have all of those done by next Friday, Okay, this is for a grade. All of them need to be done by next Friday for a grade. See us if you have any questions, okay?